To the Dahlia Court Maelstrom Massacre. This is still round 1, and we are moving forward to our next fight. We have Polorisvision, InvisibleTroll, and CoryXKeshin, who are the current champions of the team fights. They are going up against Mason, 237, Bloodfae, and Freak. And I am excited to see where we're going next. We're going to go ahead and begin the draft and see who is going to fight where, who is going to fight what, and Polorisvision is up next, seeing which character he's going to ban. InvisibleTroll is suggesting Taka, flipping around a little bit, seeing which ones he's interested in. And Poloris still has a certain amount of time. Mason, Bloodfae, and Freak's team is one that we have not yet seen actually tournament. Oh, and Grumpjaw has been banned. Up next is Mason on the band, and it looks like they're InvisibleTroll is looking at Koshko or Gwen, which makes perfect sense. It's looking like they might ban Vox, which is a good choice considering how Cory wrecks. InvisibleTroll flipping between Blackfeather and Gwen now. Oh, Taka has been banned. That's an interesting choice. Polorisvision is picking up Vox, probably for Cory to be played. Mason is now selecting his character. Looks like he might be selecting Gwen. Yep, he has selected Gwen. InvisibleTroll looking like he's going to go after Blackfeather. Bloodfae is now selecting her character. It's perfectly possible that she might be doing an alpha, which she's strong. Oh, she's also going to be using a Kestrel, a character that she's also very strong with. Nope, flipping between the two of them. She has selected Alpha. That is going to be a tough fight. Troll picking up Blackfeather and Cory picking up Catherine. That leaves Freak to select when he has selected Arden. Ooh, boy, howdy, guys. We are in for a game. A lot of them are playing their mains, and ooh, it's going to be a tough fight. I'm excited to see who's going to win. We've got 8 seconds until we get into the game, and it's looking like, in the last game, we had Polorisvision playing Catherine, but we've also seen him play Finn, I believe. Mason, Bloodfae, and Freak on the same team. Also on the same team as well, but I promise I will not be biased, guys. Alright, so we are looking at a nice skin game here. One of my favorites got to be that Broken Doll Alpha, as well as that Cloud Raider Vox. That coat is just so nice. Alright. And we are now in-game. We've got Poloris, InvisibleTroll, and Cory on the blue side, and we've got Freak, Bloodfae, and Mason on the red side. They are picking up their items.
Alpha the battle for the Halcyon Fold has begun.
Traditional weapon Gwen. Freak is picking up Vision everywhere and an Iron Guard contract. While on the opposite side, we've got Poloris picking up an O-Card and Boots. Crystal, InvisibleTroll also going Crystal, as well as Vox going Weapon. So we've got both laners Weapon, both junglers Crystal. And our captains keeping an eye on what's going on right now. We have them currently, everybody's looking at that Elders, checking it out, seeing whether or not they're interested in taking that on. Bloodfae is straight up into the jungling, as is the opposite team. It looks like Cory has gone back up into the lane, joining Mason up there, trying to create a little bit of a push for the two of them. Moving back down, it looks like Freak and Catherine have seen each other. Poloris is taunting with her port. Bloodfae is ignoring the whole thing and going ahead and jungling. Troll is completely out of sight of the rest of them. Moving forward back up into the lane, it looks like we have both captains and both laners. Freak is setting down Vision. Poloris is putting down the stuns, probably picking up stacks for later in-game. It looks like they have a little bit of a push on the blue side, but it's nothing too much, especially for the beginning of the game. Everyone's moving a little bit slow, getting started, generating some speed. We have Bloodfae still jungling, getting her health a little bit low, but it looks like it's not too much of a problem. She'll be porting out and picking up some items soon. InvisibleTroll cleaning up the rest of his jungle as well. Back in the lane, we've got a little bit of action going on. Cory is cleaning up. Looks like it's bounced once again, but it looks like he's gearing up towards another push. Freak and Loris both dancing in the bushes. It's not even seeing each other. It's kind of hilarious. Freak on top of a scout trap. Loris just kind of keeping an eye on the situation. Cory very aware that Arden is there, has a little bit of resonance on his head, but it looks like it's already worn off. while Gwen is got caught deeper in the resonance. Took a little while for that to wear off. It is bouncing off. Mason's keeping distance, making sure that he doesn't fall into the bounces. Back in the jungle, looks like Bloodfae still working on her gold, as is Troll. Oh, Poloris has come down to support the jungler a little bit. That looks like they're going to take on the Elder once again. Good selection for early gold. Oh, and they both got rooted. Oh, that's no fun, especially considering they're in different directions. Troll managed to finish off the kill. Mason is still trying to manage, having a hard time dealing with Cory's bounces. Oh my gosh. Already taken a little bit of a chunk of health. Poloris is coming up just to make things a little bit worse for Mason. Oh, and it looks like the whole team is up in the lane. Poloris is taunting with his port once again. Bloodfae standing by so she can do a little bit of wreckage. It still looks like InvisibleTroll is back in the jungle. And they are moving forward with that push. Blue side is pushing hard. Mason's got back to the turret, but his teammates are in standby. Oh, and Cory is now aware that they are there after that resonance. He's backing off, as is Poloris. Bloodfae aware now that she's been caught, going back into the jungle to go and take some. Looking at the creep score right now, we have currently... Mason has actually picked up the most kills out of everybody. Between the junglers, Troll has gotten quite a bit more creeps. And it does look like the gold generation is going a little more fair towards the blue side, although Mason is doing quite a bit. Cat has picked up 4 crystal shards. Oh, jungle has intensified. Everyone is probably going to be heading towards the shop soon and updating their gear. Freak almost completely used up all of his flares and his scout traps, while still keeping an eye on his laner. It does look like the push for the red team is becoming a little more successful. Poloris, attempting... Oh, wow, it was fantastic. Poloris went in for the stun, but it was blocked, preventing it. Cory, seeing that, is not gonna take it sitting down, throwing a charm off at them. Close to the edge here, it looks like InvisibleTroll is joining them up in the lane, shooting off at Freak, trying to get him out of the lane. The two of them are moving forward, seeing if they can take him out. Mason still keeping at a safe distance from everybody. And Troll has gone back down. Alpha is now upgrading her items, and it looks like she has picked up some boots now. A piercing shard, heavy crystal shard, and then of course the minor ones that she still has. No one else has necessarily... InvisibleTroll has upgraded to what looks like a broken myth. Other than that, they're still going from the beginning builds. InvisibleTroll being quite dangerous right now with the 3rd tier item, but Alpha is ready with a little bit more damage output. Oh, and we have the beginnings of a team fight up in the lane. It looks like they may be able to take that Catherine if they push hard enough, but man, it's a 3 versus 2, and Bloodfae is out of there, making sure that it's not taking too much of a risk. Poloris is running around with quite a chunk of health. All of them are down a little bit. Freak is still protecting the turret, trying to make sure that blue doesn't move too far forward in. While Mason was upgrading her items. Looks like she has picked up a tension bow, some attack speed, light shield, and it looks like a light armor right now. Probably going to be developing into heavier armor over the course of the game. Cory has picked up his first 3rd tier item as well, that being the breaking point, and a pair of boots for good measure. Freak now updating. He has a fountain boots, an Ireguard contract, and an oak heart. So it looks like everybody is moving. The red team building up in pieces, while the blue team is picking up quite a bit 3rd tier items right off the bat. Cory picking up a little bit more attack and some crit with that minion paw down there. And Catherine has now poured out to upgrade her items. So, and Bloodfae is now down, just kind of waiting, setting a little bit of a trap, hoping to find a jungler, now upgrading her items as well. One of the crystal shards moving forward. Mason is go ahead and creating a push for the red. Freak supporting. Cory is alone in the lane, while Catherine looks like she's coming in, chasing Freak out of the bushes. The blue team now pushing forward. and Troll is coming up to support them. It does look like we're in for another team fight soon. Freak is attacking, Troll is attacking, but for the most part they're just poking at each other. Blue team is now creating a little bit of a push. Mason is managing that as much as possible. Bloodfae standing by, keeping an eye out, while the resonance is bouncing off of all of them. Bloodfae just not having it, going away while they're handling the lane. The entire members of the team are in the lane. Cory is going back, hopefully to update his items. Catherine now looks like he's picked up a couple hourglasses as well as the Dragon Heart update to the items that he had before. The entire team is waiting. It looks like Poloris is the only one in the lane. They're unsure whether or not there are more people hiding in the bushes. Oh, and Poloris goes in for stun. Freak smacking him down in response. Bloodfae is going back down to the jungle, where it looks like Troll is also. And Cory has updated his crit hit now, so it's going to be a lot more damage when he actually manages to set it down. In the meantime, oh, another stun. Freak is protecting Mason, pushing, hoping to take Cory out. It might be first blood. Nope. Cory is out. Poloris did a good job captaining, keeping them off. InvisibleTroll is standing by, letting him pour it out so he can update his items once more. He has picked up his Tyrant's Monocle. Man, he is moving fast, while the rest, the red team is gaining their gold, kind of keeping things handled. Troll poking at Freak a little bit, laying some hearts down. While the entire team, the red team, is now in the lane. Mason going down and supported by the team. Troll looks like he's actually porting out, leaving Catherine to manage the lane on her own. Bloodfae is now jungling while Mason is upgrading items. It does look like Mason has picked up a breaking point. Freak has now picked up what looks like the beginnings of a Storm Crown, as well as a little bit more vision. Troll has picked up a little bit more crystal power and energy battery as well, and a reflex block. That's going to be very, very good for later in the game. Bloodfae still walking around, killing jungle, not pushing too much. It looks like both teams are relatively defensive. For a while there, we had some aggression in the lane, but they've backed off now and are going a little bit more. Oh, Bloodfae is right there, and seeing Vox, knowing Vox is there. Probably aware that Catherine is there as well. Troll nearby. It would not be a good idea to engage at this time. In the meantime, though, it looks like she's keeping an eye on the situation and picking up a Shatterglass as well as another heavy crystal. She's going to put out some damage. We have the entire red team now in the lane, and it looks like the blue team is joining. Bloodfae has gone down, but is keeping an eye on the situation, making sure that it's not picked up by the resonance put out by that Vox there. Mason's trying to handle the push of the blue that's coming towards him. Oh, Freak has a scout trap that just went off. Probably annoying the heck out of that Catherine. Cory keeps throwing out some resonances, making sure that he's aware of who's where and trying to pick up some bounces. Hurt enemy Gwen. And the whole team is sitting here, still playing defensively, watching who's going to make the first move. Troll is poking at Gwen, not doing probably as much damage as he was hoping to do. Gwen throwing some sass in the direction of Catherine, taking out a little chunk of health. But for the most part, they both are very aware. First blood has not occurred yet. Troll is back down, jungling. Bloodfae is still standing by, keeping an eye on the situation. And it does look like currently, well, it's difficult to say. They're both on even ground for the most part. Looking at the creep kills. Oh, do we have an engagement? We have an engagement. Trying to take Catherine down first. Freak is still on standby. Bloodfae is moving down, probably going to pick up some more jungle. Being out-jungled quite a bit. Oh, and stunned. But it looks like Mason has picked up quite a bit of damage. Probably getting close to half, but it's porting out now. Probably a good decision considering he has enough gold for another 3-tier item. And Troll had ran out of crystal, not able to cause more damage to Mason. Otherwise, probably would have taken him. Storm Crown now has been developed by Freak, and Gwen has picked up an Aegis. And coming back to the lane, Bloodfae came in to help out and almost walked right into the blue team. Now circling around so that he can keep an eye on the turret. There are no minions currently on the board, and it looks like a teamfight might be inevitable. A Freak is chasing them out of the sides of the bushes, while Troll has now ported out to update the items, has picked up a light shield now. The two of them are attacking each other, back and forth. Freak is throwing down a gauntlet, catching Cory in the middle of it. Looks like they were trying to do a play for them, trying to do a push, but Cory was able to get out. Does not look like there's too much, like, the damage has been caused on Cory's side, but, oh, Mason caught alone, but Freak was quick to get Mason out. Bloodfae is standing by, waiting to see who she can attack, coming up and down, trying to stay out of the residence, trying to stay out of the sightlines of her enemies. Mason taking quite a chunk of health out. Mason has a chunk of health out, I should say. Oh, Freak chasing Troll out of the bushes. They come back and forth. And minions are now on the board. Cory is managing, using the bounce. Oh, Mason took quite a bit Freak damaging, while Bloodfae is coming back down, trying to take the advantage now to get a little bit more jungle and out-jungle her counterpart. It does look like the person with the most creep skills is Gwen, though Cory is doing quite a fair job of it. Between the two junglers, Troll has still out-jungled Fae quite a little bit. Mason coming into Sweet Boon to get a little bit of health and getting out. Bloodfae playing ball with her teammates. And going back towards the lane, it does look like Mason and Freak are alone in the lane, still protecting their turret. It looks like they got a little bit of damage on it. Not too much. Troll poking at Freak, telling him, we know you're here. In the meantime, the two of them... Oh, it looks like the entire blue team is now in the lane once again. Bloodfae is down towards the shop, picking up some items. A little bit of attack speed. Looks like might be building up to an alternating current. While Troll continues to poke at Freak, trying to cause more damage. Bloodfae is now up in the lane. Is it possible we're going to pick up first blood? We are now 14 minutes into the game. It looks like we don't even have first blood, and Kraken is going to be coming up very, very soon. And Troll is still poking at Mason, trying to get a little bit more damage, trying to cause a little bit more havoc. Now going back down, probably to pick up some more jungle. It does look like Freak has thrown down a flare. I assume that is Freak's flare. It's difficult to tell. And Kraken has awakened. The whole game is going to change now. Everyone's moving down, moving around, checking to see who's going where. Bloodfae is still jungling. Troll is still jungling. Cory came down to check things out, make sure that everything is good. Now has a tension bow in his back pocket. Over here we've got Heavy Blade on Gwen. Freak has gotten most of his captain items, picking up also a Crucible now. And it looks like we're having a little bit of a team fight in the lane. Troll poking down, managing to hit Bloodfae quite nicely, actually, but not causing too much damage. That does seem to be the downside currently. Troll's got a lot of poke, but he's not causing a lot of damage here. And moving forward, yeah, Troll's continuing his poke. Catherine keeping them at bay, keeping them off Cory. And it does look like there's a little bit of a stalemate right now. Blood going... Where are you going, Blood? Yeah, Blood going back jungling, Troll going back, picking up a Shatter Glass, fixing that damage problem. And it does look like the blue is once again pushing. Cory can send out hordes of minions towards that red side almost every time. Troll is back, testing out his new item. And yes, Alpha has now picked up the alternating current that predicted a little bit earlier in the game. And Freak, somewhere in the middle, kind of checking things out, seeing that Cory and Catherine have disappeared from the lane. Troll is now managing it. Throwing down some damage. Mason now creating a little bit of a push, not too much, but enough that they need to keep their wits about them. The entire red team now together, and the blue team together on opposite ends of the Kraken Chasm. Troll coming down. They are aware of Bloodfae hanging out there. Catherine chasing down, getting caught in a scout trap, and now the blue team is pushing, and it does look like they're causing quite a bit of damage onto that turret. Where is the red team? Oh, engaging in the jungle. Freak threw down Gauntlet, probably to protect his people. and Catherine and Cory. Oh, Cory's so far into the red side. They are going. They're out for blood. Man, they want to get that first kill, first blood. Especially this late that there isn't one is really interesting because in all of the other fights we've had first blood much earlier in the game. Here they have been playing on the defensive so much. Mason is alone. Troll throwing down some pokes while Freak is off at the shop picking up what looks like most definitely a speed item. Is the item that allows the entire team to run. I mean, gives him quite a chunk of health. He does have quite a bit of health, Freak does now. And in the meantime, Catherine is running around using that contraption up that she's picked up, managing to help out her teammates in the jungle. Red team is now creating a huge push, trying to get that first turret as well. Man, they are wrecking that now. And the first turret is down, even before first blood. Oh, the team fight has broken out. They are trying. First blood has occurred. Mason is down. They have taken down 2 members of the red team. The blue team is now go ahead and swinging around, trying to get that ace. Bloodfae is out. Does not want to be taken. And Kraken has begun. Wow, this far late, and it does look like it's 2 kills on blue team, 1 turret for the red team. If they can take this Kraken, man, they're going to be shifting the dynamic of the game completely. Cory is up, trying to hide the fact that their teammates are going for the Kraken. Bloodfae is trying to take him out, trying to manage things while Krakening is continuing undisturbed. Bloodfae is now in her reboot. Cory is trying to kill her. Kraken is unleashed. And Alpha's down. Now on the ace, blue team is on fire, taking out the first turret before the Kraken can even get up there. Moving forward, it looks like Mason and Freak are now back on the board. Man, that push is intense. They're trying to take Mason out, trying to make sure that no damage is being caused. Freak is trying to save his teammate and push back as much as possible, but Cory has taken a second turret before the Kraken has even taken any damage whatsoever. Troll pointing out not too worried about his teammates. Mason is hurting. Oh, Mason's hurting bad. Trying to hold up and taking Cory out. Cory has been shut down. And Catherine is retreating now while they are making that push. We are 19 minutes into the game, and the dynamics have changed drastically. They are trying to take that Kraken down before any more damage has been caused. It does look like maybe... Oh, man, it's going to be close to see whether or not they're going to take it out before the Kraken takes that turret. Oh, and they have saved their turret, defending the central part of their base. Mason is in. They are now buying their items, trying to update everything, recovering from that madness. Cory is still dead. Polorisvision is taking a huge chunk of health out. InvisibleTroll trying to pick up a little bit more. It looks like Freak has now picked up a flare gun, so have extra vision. Man, if they can recover from this drastic change. 3 kills on the side of the blue team. 2 turrets also taken, while the red team has only 1 kill, that being Cory, and another turret on their side. It is unbalanced now, guys, and I'm unable to see who's necessarily going to win, but man, trying to recover from that Krakening, they're going to have to be on their toes and make sure it does not happen again, because that was a devastating blow for the red team. And now we have Freak putting down extra vision. The entire red team is checking out the lane, making sure things are good. Polorisvision has now ported back out, has picked up a Shatterglass, now has almost a full build, depending on what they're going to build with that Hourglass now. It does look like Alpha is pretty close to her full build as well. Freak has 1 more item to his build, and Mason has completely finished his build now. While it does look like on the opposite end, the only one who's finished the build being Cory, so both laners have finished their build. InvisibleTroll a little bit farther behind than Bloodfae in picking up the items. Bloodfae has a little bit more output, a lot more output actually than Troll does, because Troll has picked up quite a bit in the way of defensive items. Not so much picking up the plate. No, man, his weakness is going to be that Gwen. But he is protecting completely against that Alpha. It looks like he's even picking up a second item with that light shield. And they are back and forthing here, pot-shotting at each other. And it does look like they're gathered pretty close together. A little bit dangerous to have a box around. Troll and Catherine are moving down. Does not look like they're going to take the Kraken, but it looks like that they're setting up a trap, picking up an infusion, actually. Then moving back forward. Oh no, Catherine's going to get caught out of position. Stunned Mason and silenced the group, which is particularly dangerous for that Alpha. And they're waiting. They're hoping to see Poloris is setting off those traps. Freak immediately putting him back. Poloris immediately taking them back out again. Pot-shotting at each other. Oh, team fight has now broken out. Mason is in pain trying to get out. Freak doing everything to try and save Mason. Oh, hero killed. Mason is down. People are taking quite a bit of damage. Bloodfae is half. Troll is half. Man, oh, Freak has defended up against Catherine's stun. Cory is chasing, trying to take them both out on his own while his teammate looks like he's trying to get up there. And Alpha is down. Freak is at low health. Sentry is on their butts, but it does look like they might have enough health to try and take another Kraken. Yep, Poloris has begun the Kraken. The entire team is moving forward. Freak is aware of what is happening. Both of his teammates dead and unable to put too much output. Will he attempt to steal it? It looks like he's coming over. He knows that they're working at it. He feels it in his bones. Everyone is at half health. He could probably still take them out. If he's lucky, he's working on Cory. Swinging and trying to take it. And the red team has stolen the Kraken. Freak is going to die for it, but man, the blue team has now picked up an ace, but they are behind now, trying to take that Kraken before they do anything next. It does look like a tight game. Gwen is now back into the game. In the meantime, blue team is managing the Kraken. Polorisvision standing by, doing a picking now moving forward with the war treads, and they are attacking that Kraken, trying to take it down before it even hurts one of their turrets. That was an amazing steal by an Arden. Bloodfae is now up, joining Mason. They're probably doing a mini celebratory thing, but it does not look like the Kraken has caused nearly as much damage as it did the red team. They are still far behind, trying to catch up. Bloodfae now porting out. It does look like Fox just picked up an infusion. And Troll picking up a little bit of extra gold, trying to finish his build up. Does look like he has an Eve of Harvest now. Catherine is built up to a chronograph. And over on the red team side, it does look like they have almost finished their build. Bloodfae now has a Frostburn to slow them down. Freak has picked up not only his war treads, but it looks like he's still up to that metal jacket before he finishes his build. They're in the jungle now, trying to get a little bit more gold generation. And up in the lane, the blue team is walking around, trying to perhaps push directly, while the red team is down, waiting for that Kraken to appear, thinking that they're in the opposite side of the bush. Probably aware now that they're doing a push now. And the blue team is looking for the red team. The red team... Oh, Mason has ported out. Now aware that they were pushing. Freak's coming down. Mason, you're alone! And that turret is one hit from gone. And turret destroyed while they are silenced. The main damage dealers are now trying to move forward. Polorisvision is taking quite a chunk of health. Cory is taking quite a chunk of health. Oh man, Mason is in trouble. Bloodfae is trying to edge the fight, trying to keep out. Trying to catch Cory and unable to successfully land that scan. Freak is still standing by, keeping an eye on his members. And then looks like they're splitting up the blue team. Red team is still keeping close, keeping an eye on each other, making sure that not too much damage is being caused. We're now 26 minutes into the game. Kraken has not yet spawned. It looks like another team fight has broken out. Mason is in danger. Mason face checking those bushes. Bloodfae is in, trying to take them out. Oh, and it's taken. Oh, and Bloodfae is dead, but has managed to help take Cory out. Freak has managed to land that last hit. Mason is taking so much damage. Freak is trying to save his friend. Oh, Mason is down. Freak is the only one left. InvisibleTroll and Poloris are not wanting to let him go. They are damaging him, stunning him, trying to make sure that they acquire that ace, perhaps before that next Kraken comes up. And stun. Oh, and they have taken it. They are, oh man, blue team is on fire. They have taken them out. They're running back. Kraken has spawned spawn back in. It looks like this might be end of game, but we'll see. We'll see if they'll be able to do a comeback. That is going to be one difficult comeback to do. They only have 2 turrets left. Kraken is just absolutely getting wrecked here. They have too much time to spawn in. Cory is dead still, but it does look like it's not necessary to have them. Troll is just taking them out. Is this going to be another win for the team, or are they going to have a perfect round 1? We'll see, we'll see. Kraken is unleashed. Oh man, Cat is now ported back into the game. She is trying to help. Oh man, that turret down there is taking so much of a damage. She's standing here keeping an eye on things. Mason is just ported in. Freak has got only 9 seconds, and Cory's trying to catch up, taking out some vision. Mason going in, trying to put the hurt on Troll. Troll's flipping in, flipping out, while the wave is getting pushed. Man, they've got their backs up against those turrets, trying to protect them as much as possible, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, and it's very, very unlikely that they're going to be able to save those turrets. Perhaps they'll get out. Oh, Mason is dead. It does not look like it's going well for them. Alpha is now in the reboot. They're taking Alpha out. Freak trying to help. Nope. It looks like they might be able to ace. Freak is running towards his base. Oh, no, and they have ace. This is end of game, guys. With no defense, no way to stop that Kraken. And, of course, they're throwing down the stats now. It looks like it was a perfect game for the Cory, InvisibleTroll, and Polorisvision team. They have won every single one of their team fights, but we'll see what happens in round 2. And that is the crystal breaking apart. Wow, what a great game, guys. That was so close. That was so good. Man, not having first blood until way late into that game. It was a fantastic game. Wow. And it looks like in the KDA ratio here, Poloris and InvisibleTroll did not die once. Cory only died twice. Near the end there, it looks like the entire red team has 4 deaths, 1 assist, and the only one who did not manage to land a kill, unfortunately, was Bloodfae. Over on the other side, it looks like Troll and Cory took an even amount of kills. Wow, what a great game, guys. Well, this is Chaos Kane signing out for a great game, and we look forward to seeing you in the next 2 team fights. Have a great day.